this. I mean, that's I didn't want to wait that long, so I'm going to start. Me, Evan Wecksell, Social Awkward, and my Facebook friend is a real friend, but he's also my Facebook friend. And as soon there's a birthday in the family, so that's good. Ryan Coogler, for those of you who may have heard the name, yes, he has directed Creed, produced Creed 2, and yes, I just found out on his IMDb page there's going to be a Creed 3. It is
yes, my doppelganger.
Your doppelganger, Ryan Coogler. So, but you said you've once gotten like calls in the office looking for him.
Yes. First, hello. How are you? Thank you for having me. You're awesome. Yes, I have gotten calls, at least 3 people looking for him, calling here. And Mr. Ryan Coogler, spelled differently,
yes.
Who is a famous director. And what I should have said is, sure, I'll do the deal. Here's my wire information.
Nice. Yeah. He did the new Space Jam too. So he's a can't miss.
Yeah. He's a can't miss. Yes.
Yeah.
So I had a friend actually who worked at Disney, and his picture, him being the other Ryan Coogler spelled differently, he had a picture in the guard shack with his name. And my friend said, dude, wait a second. I know the name, but the picture doesn't match the guy I know. What's going on here?
Amazing. So we've known each other a while. One of the first few years when I knew you is when you were doing something. There was a company, DVA, and that was like, what was that? That was like distributing video, or what was the?
Yeah, so DVA was a family business that I got into right out of school that my father owned. Yeah. And me and my brothers all got into it. And basically it was selling videotapes, VHS videotapes, to video stores. So our clientele was Blockbuster and Hollywood Video and Movie Gallery and West Coast Video, all these rental chains that were, like Starbucks at the time on every corner renting out movies, which is now gone. And you don't really do that. You just go home and turn on your TV and you can watch a movie.
Because the amazing thing about that is obviously, what was it like? Like, you had a family business that basically got outdated because of technology. And then you found this whole completely different thing that you've made successful also. So like,
yes, well,
what was that like?
Not to toot my own horn, but I will boast a little bit.
Yeah.
So when I got into the business with my family and I was out of school and I was done, we were selling videotapes to video stores. And I said, wait a second, why aren't we doing something a little bigger? Why aren't we selling more than just, at the time you'd sell, either 10 videos or 1,500 videos to a video store. Why aren't we selling 10,000 to 50,000 videos to, say, Best Buy, who was an account of ours, still is, in Circuit City? So I took it to the next level, and we started distributing in bulk larger amounts of videos to those big retailers, Dollar General, Best Buy, Target. So I grew the business from there. And then, yes, as the industry started to change and, people started downloading movies, I saw the writing on the wall, and I said, well, wait a second. It was actually a person I sold to at Sam's Club who said, hey, man, a widget's a widget. We buy anything. So we started selling other products, other widgets, which is a term for a product, to these retailers. So if we're selling to Target videos, well, they carry 10,000 other items. It's called SKUs to them. Why aren't I selling them more stuff? So I then started to kind of pivot, is the word we use today that was not used back then, but transition, and started selling other products to these retailers.
And that kind of then changed to where now you'll go into like any product as long as there's a lot of them.
Yeah. So
I have like 20 spare stroller bags I'm still trying to offload, but that's not a quantity. I was trying to get those offloaded. Because we did like an Amazon selling thing, and we spent a lot of money on it. We were thinking like this would be our our side hustle, and I kind of forgot what my real hustle and side hustle are. So I did that, but I'm like, okay, now I got to get rid of all these boxes, because there's like 30 boxes in our house, and you got 30 boxes even enough for you guys. You need it's not thousands.
Enough. So what you experience, we deal with major manufacturers, retailers, wholesalers, and they have truckloads or warehouses full of strollers or baby bags or whatever. So we do it more in bulk, large bulk, by truckload, by skid, thousands, tens of thousands of units at a time. Yeah. So I transitioned into buying and selling pretty much anything and everything where you can make money, and it's called the liquidation business, the closeout business, where we buy things and resell them, and we do it in bulk.
And it sounds like it could be like something you can almost put on automatic, but you have to depends.
Yeah, this isn't like AI Siri type Alexa at Amazon. That we do need to. Someone needs to be here with a brain and think with it, because every day we get calls for new products, from human hair to pig ears to spoiled milk, that we have to help come up with a solution and give new life to. Because we're
Are you saying you would take on the extra 30 million doses of Moderna vaccine that he's going to throw out?
No, but we've seen a lot of PPE, as they call it.
Okay.
Masks, gloves,
wow.
whatever, wipes. We've seen it all. We're not buying it currently because there's too much. But yeah, we've seen it and dealt with it.
Cool. I just thought it was really fascinating that you could reinvent yourself professionally, knowing it's like if you were owning a camera store and
yeah,
they're all using their phones now.
Yep. We had to pivot quickly and swiftly to get out of it. It's like someone selling pagers, people aren't buying pagers, but they had to move out of it and get into another business.
Yeah. And okay. And then the next thing, recently, you have a lovely family. Apparently you're all a single unit now, but apparently they were out of town for a few weeks.
Yeah. So so this was the summer of George, should I say, from the Seinfeld show. And ironically, I think every member of my family had the summer of, because my daughter went to summer camp, overnight camp up in Oregon for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
My wife took her up there, as well as my son, who was a camp counselor at the camp for that time. And my wife went up there because we have a house up there and she was fixing it up. So I was home alone, Macaulay Culkin, here in LA, and I had to make the best of it. So I think what you're getting to is I basically decided to every day do something different that I've never done before in the city of LA. You see all these touristy things, and sure, you do them over time, but I decided to hit them all in 10 days.
Yeah, it sounds like something almost like an about to be divorced dad would do. The family's about to offload you, and you're like, I gotta live my life now because I'm going to be underwater in alimony for the next several years. But no, you did this from a place above water, and So what went into picking up the list? What made up the list of George or Kugler that was I need these places?
I wanted to do things. There are many things in LA that I've never done. That I actually did make a list. I physically wrote out a list, and I said, okay, these are the things I want to do. And what made it out? Because I've never done it. So I'm not going to go to the Hollywood Bowl because I've been to the Hollywood Bowl several times. I'm not going to go to Universal Studios because I've been to Universal Studios. So I did things that I've never done that I wanted to do. And what made me do it? Because I'm I've seen things on TV or this or that, or I would also just kind of search the internet, what's going on.
Yeah.
So basically I did everything from, you drive up the coast to Ventura. They always say drive up the one. I did that. Point Doom, I've never done that, which has been in a lot of movies. I went and checked that out and hiked that.
Okay.
I went to, comedy clubs. I've been to the Improv, but I never went to the Comedy Store, the one that Pauly Shore owns. And I never went to the Laugh Factory. So I did those things. I went to the comedy shows. Yes, it was a little weird going by yourself because, at the Comedy Store, they seat you at a singles table. And a girl right next to me, I'm like, hi, So it's okay, well, I got to go home to the wife and kids. So, thinking there. But I did those type of things, and it was just kind of neat and different, and things that I've never done before that I've always wanted to do.
And Viper Room, was that something else I think you did?
The Viper? No, I went to the Whiskey Go-Go.
Whiskey Go-Go, okay.
Yeah. So I've never been there because it's been in movies and it's kind of known for everything. I tried to go to the Roxy, and the only night I wanted to go, it was sold out, and I wasn't going to go sit in the line for an hour and wait.
Right.
So those were the things. And then I had to do something for work because I own an event company as a side hustle.
Well, that's right.
And I had to go to some clubs to scout out a location for an event that somebody wants to do a party. So I did that, and that was interesting. So to see the club scene in today, because yes, I used to go to clubs as a teenager, and to just see it today and the music and the rules and all that, that was just kind of interesting.
How was it as an older whippersnapper, as not longer a young whippersnapper anymore?
Well, obviously the clientele is different, meaning who goes. What they wear is a lot different. I don't think that they used to wear fishnet stockings and just underwear back then.
Okay.
G-strings. The music is, back when we grew up, it was, more pop, more, beats per minute. It's the exact opposite now, where the music is just one long beat. It's kind of weird. And you're just where, this isn't music. It's just someone hitting a note on a piano for like 5 minutes.
So it's just an ambiance?
It's an ambiance, the lighting, but then also it's like they cage you in, which could be, post-COVID, but it was like the dance floor has stanchions around it.
Okay.
So normally you go to a place and you just kind of stand around and you dance or whatever, but this is like if you want to dance, you're in this like sectioned off area with stanchions and rope, and that's how it is. And the stanchions and rope was filled with people like a mosh pit. They couldn't dance. They weren't moving. They were just standing there. So,
oh gosh,
yeah. So
they were up close to the band that was playing.
Well, this was a club. So this was
music. Okay, gotcha.
A music club. I forget the name.
So you're saying the music they play in the clubs now can be a single beat?
Yes.
That just drones on.
Yes. Yes, but when I went to Whiskey Go-Go, they had a similar thing. I never went there before, but you had to be on the wood floor if you wanted to stand on the floor, and you couldn't stand on the carpet. They would move you around.
I think I remember that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe that's still existing. So
I wasn't there, but I think in the Viper Room, it felt like there was something different when I was there the one time.
Okay.
At the Viper Room. Yeah,
and it was good just to go see. I watched like an '80s band, and that was kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, but then going to the Comedy Store and they, here, we're going to place you right here. You got to sit right here. And, obviously 2-drink minimum, all that.
Right.
But it was kind of neat. I went to the Laugh Factory and I sat down and it's dark. You can't see anything. And Dana Carvey was sitting right next to me. And I didn't even know. I thought that was cool. Until they called him up. I'm like, dude, I would have chatted with him, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like also in LA sets, like some of these places, like the show just will keep going until you leave. Like they'll always have comedians. Like if you go to late night, you might have like all these comedians just like stop in and then they just keep throwing them up there.
Yeah, they do keep throwing them up there. There's a lot of special guests. I don't stay late. I'm an old dude, so I go to bed. But everything kind of this whole club scene, comedy scene, it all starts at 9, 10 o'clock. So I did not stay up that late. I'm like, okay, I did it. I see it. I'm here for an hour. I heard a few songs, a few sets. I'm good. Done.
Eddie, let me see other things. Madame Tussauds Museum, is that a big thing? Or
I've been there with the kids, so I didn't do that.
Okay.
But I did go to another museum. God, I forgot what it was. It's like I packed everything in.
Like the LA Museum, like near like La Brea or
no. Oh yeah, okay, thank you. I went to the new Academy Museum. Good job, Evan.
Okay.
I went to the new Academy Museum, which wasn't that great.
Okay. Good review. Let's put that on Yelp.
Yeah. If you're coming to town with family, it's worth going. But someone who already lives here, you and I, who've been part of this, movie scene and seen things, it's like, okay, cool, I get it.
So were you close to like going on a tour bus and like getting star maps? Was that
No, that is one thing I've never done in the city. I will be honest. But I keep holding it off because my kids, when we drive down Hollywood to go somewhere, they're like, oh, let's go do that. So I kind of like, I'll go do that with them. But also it was pretty hot this summer, as you know, and these buses have no roof. And it's like, I don't want to sit in that for an hour and just drive up and down streets.
Yeah.
So
if the summer of Kugler was extended a few days, was there anything that just missed the cut?
I've never been to the Getty out on the coast. The one off the stage.
I think I was there one time years and years ago.
I've never, I bought tickets once and we were going to go, but it never worked out. So I did want to do that. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to go to the John Ford Theater. That one off Cahuenga? That's across from the Hollywood Bowl.
Okay.
It's another famous theater. I've been wanting to go to that, but again, the bands or people that were playing were just like two I've never heard of, beyond never heard of. So yeah, and then I went, it was really cool. So when I went to the clubs, the music clubs, not the concert clubs where they play a concert, but the, beat bop music.
Yeah.
There are places along Hollywood Boulevard, for anyone that doesn't know this, that are amazing to walk into. Okay. Yeah. So like there was this one place that's an indoor circus. I know. Totally. I'm like, what is this? And you walk in and it's like people just performing. There's no elephants in there.
Right.
But it looks like you're at a circus from the 1930s as you go inside. And there's a stage and the lighting and the drapes and there's like people just performing. And I thought that was amazing. Then next to that, there's something called, God, what is it? Where you play the game where you can't get out? Escape room.
Okay.
So there's something called the Escape Room Hotel, which was beautiful, and it's all characterized and looks like a movie set, and people are singing. Ladies are singing up top. And they do actually a burlesque show. That was another thing I wanted to do. A decent burlesque show, by the way. Not, but I wanted to go to a burlesque show, but it was like that. I thought, that'd be a little weird by myself.
What, had he ever been to the Magic Castle?
Yes.
Okay. So
yes.
Done. Yeah.
Done that. Yes. That's very entertaining.
Yes.
So if I had a few more days, I probably would have tried to do the burlesque show. I would have done the John Ford Theater. I would have done the Getty. And, I'm sure I will again have a week off, but we live in a city which is very aesthetically beautiful and has a lot of activity, and we need to enjoy it more. Yeah. And, we all get tied down with kids or work or whatever. And basically, I had no kids. I went to work and I was done at whatever 4:00 because I start early. And I'm like, I need something to do every day. Because if you're just sitting at home alone with your family gone for 4 weeks, it's not that fun, You can only watch so much TV, and TV is horrible these days because it's so, mind altering, should I say.
Yeah.
So I basically made the best of it and just wanted to be proactive and go find fun things to do.
And then
when I did have dinner with people, I went and had dinner. Sorry, Evan, you and I didn't.
Yeah, go ahead. No, that's okay.
Yeah, but hey, I went out to dinner with people. There were different things going on. So, although I think you're coming to my house Saturday night, aren't you?
I hope so. Yes.
Well, your wife knows.
We're working out. Yes, we're working out logistics of just what's my slot. I have to book my slot. Okay. But I know the Cougars have the legendary taco trucks are usually the thing, but I know you have other things prepared. So I'm going to be sure.
We try to always make a little impact.
Yes. And then there's a pool, so you can't be dead.
That's right. Anyway, so that's what I did. It was fun. And I think it's neat that you asked. And yes, I think people were following me on my social because I would. The other thing I did.
Yeah.
Chinatown had this. So we've all been to Chinatown. Okay. Most of us. Yeah. When you go to Chinatown during the day, most of the stores are closed. Ironically, it's kind of weird. So I went to this event with another buddy of mine who invited me, and it was this KCRW party in Chinatown.
Right.
And it was packed, and they were blowing these fireworks, and there were food trucks, and that was really cool because finally all the stores were open, and it was just a big camaraderie of people having a good time in LA. Mm-hmm. And before I did that, I did a downtown LA day. I went and did the Angels flight. You know that little orange little train that goes up a mountain?
No.
No. Okay. So there's this little trolley that goes up the hill in downtown LA that's been around for 100 years that helped transport people so they didn't need to go upstairs 100 years ago. I went and did that. I went to Little Tokyo. You ever been to Little Tokyo?
No.
Okay, dude. I got to tell you.
Chinatown, Koreatown, yes. Thai Town, yes.
Okay, not Thai Town. Little Tokyo.
Where's that?
It's in downtown, right off. It's near City Hall.
Okay.
And it's really cool. It's like Chinatown. It's 3 or 4 blocks of all these little shops and boba teas and this and that. And it was just kind of neat to go there and check it out. So I did that. I did Central Market again, which I've done before, which is, the whole bunch of food vendors inside of one building, kind of like a big food court you'd see in a mall. Mm-hmm. So those were other things I did. So each day, I would do, okay, here's downtown, here's the coast, here's the beach, here's this, here's that.
Okay. So I'm assuming Dodger Stadium's been done.
Dodger Stadium's been done. I've been to a couple games there.
What other things? Do you expect SoFi Stadium in some way? Do you think
I have wanted to do a tour of SoFi Stadium? I want to check it out either at a game or a tour. Yeah. Being that I'm in the event business, I am assuming probably in the next 6 months I will go there for business, and that will handle that.
Yeah, they had Super Bowl, but WrestleMania is next year, so I don't know if I'm going to get to it. It's 2 nights. I don't know. It's gonna.
What's your opinion of Vince stepping down?
I think it's better for the creative of the storylines. There's sometimes it lacks continuity, a lot of starting and stopping of things, and people are liking what's been happening the last few weeks on TV.
Oh, okay, so it's already changed since he stepped down.
Yeah, so far though they're up to finding over $19 million of these kinds of payments. So the over under, I don't know. Someone on the podcast made an over under of what do you think? Over under 27 million. How much money do you think? And I don't know. They're gonna keep investigating. So there's just more files to open, I guess. So it's good. It's he usually I would never expect him to step down. So it's obviously. They frame it in such a way where he has to.
That's true. But isn't his kid in charge right now?
Technically, it's a co-CEO-ship with his daughter and this guy, Nick Khan, who's a CAA agent. Okay. And his son-in-law runs the creative side, Triple H. So he's the one that everyone's oh, thank you for cleaning this up. So
okay, cool.
Yeah. So, it's going well. I don't know. I'll see if there's no more DVDs I can give Adam for White Elephant gift.
Oh, that's right.
But I'll keep bringing it up to him because those things only increase in value.
There is actually a story about if you find a VHS tape that's original, like Star Wars or Empire Strikes Back, it's worth like 50 G's.
Holy shoot.
Yes.
Damn it.
Crazy, isn't it?
I got to look back into my parents' house to see what's still there.
I think you should. I mean, I was born into that business, and to think how many Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back I used to buy and sell back in the 90s.
Does the cover have to be in good condition? It has to be like mint? Oh.
Yes. So
not even near mint. No, that should be perfect.
You could Google it, but it's also that's happening with video games right now too. If you have like an old NES or 32-bit or something like that game, Atari game that's original, it's the same thing. It's going for like 30 to 50 G's.
But it has to be like wrapped.
Yeah. Yes. It can't be like I don't know if you know the story about. Do you remember the ET game that came out way back when?
Was this Atari?
Yeah. So it was a big flop, and they wound up putting it in the ground in New Mexico. So people are now trying to go back to the dump to dig it out to see if there's some in good condition that they can sell for 50 G's.
And there's probably just a lot of little ETs developing from the VHS itself.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So
okay.
Anyway.
Okay. This is super. It's good.
Yeah.
Well, are you still working then the rest of the day?
Yes, I still work the rest of the day, and I have 2 other businesses, which is how you also led. I own an event business and I own a marketing business.
So that helps you see LA also if you do your races.
Yes, so I'm always all over LA doing, either between scouting for a new location or doing an event or meeting with someone somewhere who wants to do an event in a certain location.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get back in shape again. Then I'll do a race. I'm not gonna do it where I heave the first time I started running again like a year ago was. I pretty much almost passed out when I got home. So I'm like, I'm going to be in shape when I do this.
I am the same way, and I'm not in shape either. I mean, I stretch, I work out, but that's it. But, it depends on your body.
Yeah. Well, I've been able to do some workouts with the baby. I put the baby on my legs and I kind of do crunches, and the baby is like a stable weight that I can like do crunches on the bed. But yeah, anyway.
Good.
All right. Interesting. Good. Well, good. We caught this up. We let people know of all the hip things to do in LA. And if you got 1,000 things of product lying around, Ryan is your guy.
There you go.
When he's not producing a 30 for 30 or directing Black Panther.
It's going to so confuse people now. Is he the director or is he not? Just turn on your camera. You'll figure it out by the color.
I'm just looking through his credits and just seeing like what's there. So yeah, he's got a lot of producing stuff going on mainly, but Wakanda Forever. He's a director in that.
Well, I did direct a film too as a kid that nobody knows about that I'm going to release in 2 years.
Well, you should put on IMDb. You can put anything on IMDb.
I probably will. I can, but I didn't. I have to put it on YouTube and show it for free. But it was a movie I made with Ted Danson, Woody Harrelson, Kirstie Alley, and George Wendt.
What are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You could save that for the next podcast, or we'll talk about it.
I could add it to the stream.
Yeah.
Send you a 5-minute clip of you and those folks, but good.
Anyway.
You must have been young, probably like 10 back then?
It was in 1987. I was 13 and I wanted to be a director at the time because I lived in LA, of course. And that's what everyone wanted to do. And Ted Danson said, "You want to be a director? You can direct me in a short." And we did it. And it's a little 2-minute short, and I never did anything with it after that because my life just went different directions. And I finally pulled it out of the box and edited it, and I'm going to put it out in a couple of years.
Oh, good. Well, I'll be at the red carpet.
Well, it's actually going to be my 50th birthday is where I'm going to show it. So
good. We'll invite the cast over.
Yeah.
And let them know what they're up to, and maybe we'll have like a panel. We'll have a panel.
Oh, I love
panel interactive Q&A.
That's right.
All right, cool.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
This is good.